thought I would have some company while I did a podcast. I don't know though. I don't know. I was on the fence, like never doing another live stream again. And I had so much fun, friend companionship energy like bubble to the surface today. I was like, oh girl, how could you stay away? How could you stay away from your live streams? So I still actually need to do my Friday podcast. What time is it? It's already 9:30. Actually, I'm not any later. I'm really actually not any later than I normally is. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I got to do my Friday podcast, but I thought I would just check in first to say hi and to warm up my throat. Because that is like the main hurdle when making a podcast is getting your throat ready to talk without getting phlegm balls. And, cause like nobody wants to hear that for an hour. At least I don't. But I am super duper guilty about, oh my God, I am super guilty about clearing my throat, but it's not even like something you can control. So if I can sing, if I can work my throat up, singing does help before, if I can talk, if I can, because I used a different voice when I podcast than when I just talk to normal people. Like if I called you, I wouldn't be like, hey there, it's Sadie Cherico. So when you do that, like it does actually activate some different parts in your vocal cords. I haven't really checked it out. But anyways, yeah, I just woke up. Yes. Yeah, I woke up like this. Absolutely. Just woke up and thought I would say hello. I also feel like I should share the podcast. I feel like I should share this broadcast because I know for a fact, hold on, I can't do two things at once. I know for, good Lord, I really cannot do two things. I know for a fact nobody's hit the bell. All right. I know for a fact. Go, boy. Do you still play My Singing Monsters? No. No, I still have it on my phone. I haven't had time to play Little Nutella. I just had to think of the name. Would like me to make a video. Do you have a suggestion for me? Like a specific, like, make a video about this. Good morning. I thought I would check in and talk first, like hello, before I fire up my recording studio. This is my recording studio for Herb Oracle. Yeah, my throat is like and I thought, I just don't want to you should do vlogs. Goat boy. I literally have titled myself the lame vlogger. My children just tell me they're so bad. Like, your vlogs, Mom, are so bad. So I could make more lame vlogs. I just don't leave my house. So it's like, hey, here I am again. But yeah, I just downloaded this app that I can like pause my video like as I'm recording, the one I just posted yesterday. Thank you, baby Jesus, for making this app. I credit baby Jesus. Because now I don't have to edit like little segments. Like I could actually make more dumb videos quicker and easier now. I'm not paying for the pro version. I'm okay with the little icon at the bottom of the screen. I'm fine with that. But anyways, so yeah, that's how I made the celery video yesterday. I looked in the fridge. This is important. 3 packages of celery that were like going down. They were too limp to juice. And I was like, are you wasting more celery? So I chopped it up and put it in the freezer, and now I can make more apocalypse soup. So that's good, because if you're just gonna cook it down anyways, it doesn't have to be super fresh. If it's freezing anyways, this is a great story. Celery. What's my point? Yesterday, that app made the celery happen. All right, so anyways, I just woke up. And this is why I thought it'd be a good idea for me to wake up before I start recording my Friday podcast at Herb Oracle. TGIF. Thank God it's flowers. So it makes me want to get more flower decks. Whenever I dedicate a day, a podcasting day, to something, it makes me want to get more of that. But I have plenty of flower decks. I don't need another flower deck. Although if I did get another flower deck, I would really like it to have fairies on it. Just saying. Because then I could say TGIF, thank God it's fairies, right? Fairies and flowers, they go hand in hand 100%. So how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing before I get focused here and I don't know if I'll hang out and be live while I record my podcast, because it puts a whole different spin on it for me. And like, it's just, I get better messages when nobody's watching me. I get more focused, right? Hey Laura, good morning. How are you? Goat Boy's doing good. Just woke up. I did too. A little. Well, I mean, I didn't just wake up. And Osceola the Oracle's doing good, asking me how I'm doing. So is Laura. Thank you so much. I am good. I am good, you guys. But let me tell you what. A lot of times, for me to be good, I have to be not good. Like, I have to have a not good moment, day, week, and then I like bounce into like more than good. But it's so funny how that works, because like last week I had a little bit of a tantrum. Can I see your heels, shoes? Are you for real? Do you think I'm wearing heels right now? Thank you. Thank you so much for thinking I would even own heels. I'm wearing slippers. But anyways, yeah, I had a little tantrum on my podcast, Herbal Marie. Kind of was like 2 years of feeling like you sent it back. Stop it. Osceola said someone accidentally sent me $400 and I sent it back. Like through PayPal or something. I'd be like, nice donation. That is wild. So what happened in my tantrum was, just a culmination of like 2 years of feeling like my podcast wasn't supported, maybe 42 years of feeling like my life wasn't supported. I really just decided to like blow the top off, because like I got triggered by a comment of all things. And then I just really let everyone have it, including myself. But it really was like a purging. What's your favorite YouTuber? Me? And I let it out. But let me just wrap up this story real quick. It was in that purging that I think I finally released a bunch of stuff. Like dumb stuff that's been in my head for way too long. And it was like a hurdle that like maybe like I had been running up to it, and I was just like, every time you run up to the hurdle, you chicken out and you're like, oh, I'm good, I'm not gonna jump over you. And you keep like running up to it, and then like maybe a couple times you crash into the hurdle. But this time, man, I was like, bitch, I'm jumping over you this time. And I didn't even know I was gonna jump over it, but I was just running so fast at this issue of mine that I just soared. I soared over it. And, it's funny that you always hear people share their stories that it was like, it wasn't until I didn't care that everything lined up for me. Like when you're wanting validation, yeah, let me remember God created me. When you're wanting validation, like your ego, you don't get it. right? When you're looking at something you don't have, you continue to not have it. But then someday when you're just like, I don't even care about that anymore, bam, it shows up manifested knocking at your door, you know? It's just, you know, like think about that person you have a crush on. Yeah, the irony. Yeah. Like think about that person you have a crush on. You're like wanting him and wanting him and wanting him, and then you're just like, ugh, enough of him. And then he calls you and you're like, click. But anyway, so that's kind of what happened. Like all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I don't want your compliments. I don't want your this. I don't want your that. I don't want your feedback. I don't want your negativity. I don't even care what you think. Here's my podcast. Take it or leave it. Within like 24 to 48 hours, my numbers went up. People stepped up to support. I got all these good reviews. And I'm not, now granted, maybe the tantrum did have a little bit to do with that. But it was just like, it was me releasing the hold. It was me releasing like, yeah, the hold, the delusional attachments that the ego mind wants to have on our projects. Like we just have to create and then let it go. So anyways, it was just kind of interesting. You know, I got new patrons. I got reviews. The listenership for Herb Oracle doubled, like just like that. And I was like, the irony, right? It was like, oh, okay, now that I don't give a shit, now everybody wants my shit. You know what I mean? Like, okay, but actually that's okay because now I'm feeling more free, just like my hair. I'm feeling more free to just create, put it out, and then be done with it. And just enjoy it more. And I read that book. Where's that book? It's way in the kitchen. Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Less pressure. Less pressure. You stop caring and then you can just start creating. So anyways, it's good. It was good for me. But yeah, it took a tantrum. It took a little dive into doubt. It took a little contemplating quitting for me to realize, oh no, I ain't going anywhere. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. This is my life. I'll do whatever I want with it. You know? So anyways, yes, thank you so much. So I cannot believe you sent that $400 back. You could have just forwarded it to me. No, I don't even need that money either. Like I think we're really like stepping into a place where it's like, if it's not authentically given, why would we want that? Like no karmic dirt on the money, please. I don't want, that's why I don't want to guilt people into supporting me anymore. Like I used to. Yeah, sure. I'll make you feel bad enough if you support me. But now I realize that has karmic dirt all over it. It was a profile pic with a dad and his baby son. So I wonder who he was wanting to send it to. Like the mom, like child support or something. See, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. And yeah, it's like you don't want any karmic dirt on that cash. And that's why, like, too, like, I don't really want any karmic dirt on the support, you know. Like, if somebody wants to listen to my podcast, like, they can find it. Like, I really am less and less going to be pimping it out because, like, it's you know what? It wastes my energy. It wastes my energy. And I already waste enough of my own energy, right? I said, God, bring this back to me, please. Yeah, like, it'll come back around in different ways, the right ways, absolutely. But yeah, I already waste enough of my time. Like, I've been wasting so much time on Facebook. Like, I need to stop. I need to delete that app again. At least take a couple days, okay? Take a week. I would love to like maybe take 2 weeks, 3 weeks until my birthday would be a good goal for me. Like, all right, no Facebook until your birthday. Because I waste so much time on it. But then I end up having fun. And how is the FFB? Well, it is what you make of it, I suppose. But it's boring. So I end up acting dumb just to entertain myself, right? Like, you know me, I need to laugh. I need to laugh, and I'm not going to wait around and wait for somebody to make me laugh. So I end up being an ass just to entertain myself. Like, it's in the name of self-love, self-entertainment, self-humor. So yeah, like I put myself out there and just really to entertain myself because it's boring. You're not missing anything. However, I would love for you to join me there. Just gonna put that out there. I would. That's what the world needs. Yeah, silly people. That's what the world needs. Absolutely. So yeah, like but I do go back at the end of the month and delete pretty much everything I post, like, or all the trivial stuff, but if it's timeless, right? If it's like that selfie that's timeless, I will leave it. Do I need an account to join? I can make one. F it. Yeah, you have to sign up. But I know some people who have signed up successfully without using their real names somehow. So you could do that. You can't change your name too often. You know, like you have to wait a certain amount of days before you change your name. So sign up with who you want to be, but your family will probably love it if they're on there. That's what got me back to Facebook. Okay. So I used to have Facebook. I literally just was a jerk on it. Good. See, that I don't have to take a Facebook break. But I was like always looking for a fight. You know what I'm saying? And just confrontation and really just getting myself into trouble. And I was like, you know what? I gotta tap out. I gotta get out of this. So I deleted it. Yes, for sure. A great way to connect in these days. Yeah. So I deleted Facebook, and I just didn't deactivate it. Like, I deleted it. Like, all the pictures gone, all the pictures of the kids gone. Goodbye. And I think I did that another time too. Like, I've done that twice. Well, then my aunts were like, Sadie, we tried to tag you in the Easter family photo and we couldn't find your account. Well, that's because I'm not on Facebook. So I went back again so that my family could tag me so I could watch them, keep an eye on them, and connect with them. But this second, third time, fourth time that I went back to Facebook, I don't share any pictures of my children. It's like, I'm not giving Facebook shit, okay? Like, you're not getting my personal information. You're not getting my history. You're not getting my work experience. I'm not uploading my resume here. I don't really have one. Like, and you know what I mean? Like, hello, Facebook, boundaries. You cover up, you government spy, cover up, or whatever. It's just like, it's none of your goddamn business. So anyways, and I don't put pictures of my kids online anymore at all, really, because there's too many pedos. There's too many creeps jacking off to your children, okay? Quit uploading pictures of your kids. But, you know, and if you do, just make sure it's just your family. So I have really, you know, and even now, like, I don't even really want to do vlogs with my kids anymore. And they don't want to be in them anyways. Like, as soon as I get the camera out, they're like, right? Yeah, so anyways, this time on Facebook, I'm really limiting like what I give out, and then I delete, not because like I'm trying to hide anything, but I just see the, is it impermanence? That's a big word for you, Sadie. I just see that it's trivial and a lot of it doesn't matter, and so I try to utilize stories if I think something's funny. Like, I try to, like, every month take my page back down to like the original 3 posts. So I might have a real busy month, and at the end of the month I'm like, well, dust to dust, bitch. And then I just delete it all. It's a good practice in detachment for me. It's a good practice in live your life, but don't try to hold on to it or document it or think it's gonna last forever. Use Facebook. Don't let it use you. Yes. I mean, people really are just like, they are just too open with their information sometimes. I mean, and I'm just saying, like, not your emotions or personal TMI. Hey, I am all for TMI. You know, I love that. That's my middle name. Sadie TMI Cherico. But I mean, as far as like, I don't know. It's as a personal choice, but I'm just not dealing with that. I'm just not. Nope. No. So anyways, maybe at some point I might go in and update my relationship status to single. I might do that just to see what kind of riffraff it brings me. But I'm not that bored yet. But yeah, I would love for you to be on Facebook with me. I have lots of people on my Facebook that I have never met in real life or I don't know at all, and I love that. And then I have a few people that I do know and I keep track of. But like, it's come in so handy this year too, like when the girl's grandma died. You know what I mean? Like, it is kind of like it is a good way to communicate with people, right? To get information out there, to inspire people, to uplift, to make people laugh. Especially now, like people might be feeling isolated. Hey, you know, reach out and connect and hang out on Facebook for a minute. Boy, my face just keeps on getting more bleached out. Yes, there are pros about Facebook. Absolutely. And then the other reason, besides getting tagged in my family's photos, that I needed to go back was my podcast, and being able to, I guess, promote them a little bit. But now I don't even really need to do that anymore, because the only people that like my Facebook page for my podcast are my mom. Like, I'm like, Facebook, because Facebook wants you to pay to promote your page. They want you to pay for it, and I'm not. And now my podcast is out on all the platforms, and if people found it, they found it. Like, me promoting on Facebook is a waste of my time and money. So really, Facebook is a waste of my time, but sometimes I go there because I don't have anything better to do. So anyways, Herbal Marie just hit 27K plays, 27,000, right? That's what K means, right? It just hit 27,000 plays. So good job, Herbal Marie. So that's an interesting thing too, because I was feeling really, you know, like unsupported. And thank you. And you know what? It's like, ego, you need to knock that shit off. So if I ever feel that way again, I'm going to stop right then and there and tell myself, all right, bitch, close your eyes, envision a play button, and envision people walking up to it 27,000 times to push it, to push play, to hear your stupid voice. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, I guess I really can't say that I've been unsupported, because 27,000 times is a lot of times. That's a lot of times. And, but that's what the ego does. The ego is a big effing jerk. It wants you to feel like nobody cares about you, nobody supports you, nobody likes your stuff. And then it's like the digits are adding up anyways, and the ego's like, oh no, but even then people don't like you. It's like, I don't know. So it's me wrestling with my ego. Good morning, Kathy. I knew you would start seeing evidence. Never done, never stop. Never done, ever stop. I understand what you're saying. Oh gosh, how are you doing, Kathy? I'm having a little chat before I record my podcast, I guess. I don't ever stop. Yeah, that's what I felt from you. But yeah, so 27 times. That's a lot. I mean, now I can really say people push my button. Yeah, they push your play button, honey, and quit your bitching. Like, enough. So I'm like, this tantrum that I just had was so good for me because now I'm not tolerating that bullshit from myself anymore. I see how crazy that aspect of me is. That self-sabotaging aspect, that self-sabotaging aspect. I'm done with her. I love you, honey, but you are not going to talk shit about me anymore. Like, you just have to maintain that space. And when you catch yourself being delusional and irrational and just plain wrong, you have to sometimes call yourself out on that. Yeah, you have to. Yes, your passion is beautiful. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. But yeah, so it was a very real moment for me. And now that I've let go of all that, now that I really don't care either way, I've freed myself from chains that really I had placed on myself. I was blaming other people, but they were the chains that I created. And now I'm feeling free, and I'm allowing everybody else to be free. And I'm just going to keep on doing what I need to do and want to do. So anyways, yeah, Sadie TMI could be my name. Sadie Wishy Washy could also be my name, because a couple weeks ago I was like, I am never gonna show my face again, right? Maybe I shouldn't, but like, and then here I am today. I'm like, well, maybe I'll show my face one more time. So anyways, the energy's good. I feel like the energy's good right now in my life, and I see it getting gooder in other people's lives too. And I see people tapping into that place in them that's so resilient, so lighted, so beautiful, so loving. And I see that being shared more and more around. And so that's another good thing about Facebook too, is I see people coming to life, coming to their own realizations. I mean, Facebook is a great sounding board for, yeah, some people just use Facebook to bitch and moan, but they need to get that out. And maybe if they go back on their own page someday and see it like a collection of their bitching and moaning, it will be the wake-up call that they need to want to make a change and feel better about themselves, and about their life and about their existence. So anyways, whew. So Kathy, what are you up to today? It looks like we have a 2-hour delay. We got snow. When I walked out in the grass seemed so green, peeking up between this white snow. So I hope it doesn't last too long, but it's fun to see snow in April. Sure, why not? You have to keep rolling with everything, you guys. The weather wants to be crazy. Go with it, roll with it, love it, love it. Trust Mother Nature to do what she needs to do. So anyways, yeah, it feels like I got my throat warmed up. Maybe a little too warm. I had hot cocoa, but I need to make tea. I'm drinking lots of water. Picked up seed and soil order at Ace. They bring it out to your vehicle. That is good. I know, starting some seeds. I watched my garden tour video from last year, and I was like, oh my gosh, the yard was so amazing, so beautiful, so lush. And I always feel like my garden is a reflection of me. And right now the garden is destroyed. It's coming apart. It's in shambles. I have to tear down things. I have to move things. It doesn't look as good as it looks terrible. But that's kind of where our energy is right now as a collective. All the old stuff has to go. I befriended a crow. That's my exciting news. Yeah. Why am I just hearing about this now? You have a crow friend? That's incredible. Like, amazing. Hold on. So I have been wanting to get into this book a little bit more. You fed it? Oh my gosh, Asiel. That is so wonderful. That's incredible. So I haven't gotten into this book yet. But I I think I got this book at a library book sale. It's called Animal Speak: The Spiritual and Magical Powers. You saw him 2 days in a row at the park. So then I took Peanuts. Oh, that's so cute. The Spiritual and Magical Powers of Creatures Great and Small by Ted Andrews. And I found this at a library book sale and I was like, yeah, right? And so now it's just been on my shelf. Well, then I have this magazine that my friend gave me, and it's about all these artists and their studios, and it is so, I'm gonna grab that too. Look at my hey, Kathy, here's my sweatpants. So my friend Mama Burkett gave me this. I've been feeling the bird energy. Yeah, I want to get into that with you for a minute. So this magazine called In Her Studio. It's like eye candy. First of all, it's got all these amazing pictures of people's studios, and then oh my God, I opened it up to the story I want to talk about. And then it has a story about them. I opened it up to the lady I even want to talk about, Confessions of a Bone Woman. As a happy child of a single parent, I love to spend my days outdoors, running, jumping, climbing trees, and collecting the treasures I would find on my adventures. Anyways, yeah, but there's so much to read in this book that I won't be cutting it up for a really, really long time. Anyways, this woman's story, she collects all these like skeletons, and actually this is the one that I was like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't want that shit in my house. But like actually, like I started looking at the pictures anyways, and she has over here my 3 favorite studio books, and I was like, oh, I like books. And first of all, the first book is this book, Animal Speak by Ted Andrews, and I was like, I have that book. Then the second book was a book that I have been thinking I should read forever. It's called Women Who Run with the Wolves: Myths and Stories of the Wild Woman Archetype by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And I see that book all the time. I see pictures of it all the time. And it's only a matter of time before I order it for myself and read it, or have the library get it. But like I feel like I'm supposed to read that book. And then I'm like, okay, so first I have the first book. The second book is one that I know I'm supposed to read. And then she has some other bone builders notebook that I was like, whatever. But I was like, okay, it's time to get this off the shelf then and get that other book. But yeah, this woman like is very fun with all her crystals and gems and bones and furs, and I guess it's an energy that was supposed to find me. So yeah, the only cool thing I have laying around on my desk is this chunk of chaga from a tree. A chunk of chaga. So anyways, not too many bones up in here yet. So anyways, this book, I'm flipping through it, and there's a whole section, ACL, called Working with Bird Magic. You know, it has all these exercises for understanding the language of the birds. And I don't know, I think what you're supposed to do like every morning, I'll have to read it and get back to you with more insight. But it's like when you get up in the morning, you want to go outside, like you want to be visualizing bird energy and notice the birds that connect with you. Notice how many of them there are. Notice like the energy, and because they're messages from the universe is what they are. So like now, like whenever like I hear like the geese, I'm like counting how many, and I'm like 4, right? Like, and then like I know that number 4 is a message to me. And so anyways, I'm gonna try to get more into this, but here's the symbolic qualities of birds, and I'll read you crow. Crow is intelligence, watchfulness, magical, past life connections. So, and then I think there's probably like a whole crow. Yep, here it is, whole crow section. But it's a pretty cool book. This guy has transitioned into non-physical, which makes me really sad. Makes me really sad, the author of this book, because his other books, I think there's a list of his other books too, by Ted Andrews. Listen to this guy and tell me why I should not be his friend. Dream Alchemy, Enchantment of the Fairy Realm, The Healer's Manual, How to Develop and Use Psychometry, How to Heal with Color, How to Meet and Work with Spirit Guides, How to See and Read the Aura, How to Uncover Your Past Lives. I want this guy to be my dad. And Magical Dance, The Occult Christ, The Sacred Power in Your Name, Sacred Sounds, Transformation Through Music and Word, and Simplified Magic. So Ted Andrews, I don't care what realm you're in, I'm coming for you, buddy. We're gonna hang out. We're hanging out, Ted. We are gonna hang out. So yeah, there's just all this about the crow. So wherever crows are, there is magic. They are symbols of creation and spiritual strength. They remind us, Asiel, to look for opportunities to create and manifest the magic of life. They are messengers calling to us about creation and magic that is alive within our world every day and available to us. He's my soulmate. There's no picture of him in here, but that, you know what? It's not always about that, Sadie. Oh, wait. Yes, there is a picture. Well, there he is down there. Hold on. Let's get Ted. Let's get me and Ted. I'm okay with him just being my dad. He's cute. He's cute. All right. He's fine. He'll do. He'll do. Oh my gosh. So anyways, I am going to go and record my podcast now, but let's just pull ourselves an Eco Heart, because I feel like Ted Andrews would really like this deck. Oh my gosh, I should have been recording this whole time. I could have been done now. But now I have to do a podcast. Gonna listen today while I clean again. So much cleaning. Oh my goodness. I have to vacuum too. There's dog hair everywhere, of course, and Sadie hair everywhere. Look at all this. Look at this. Do you see that? That's not the light banging. Yes, my voice was not ready. I've got this huge sprout of silver now. It is so fun. It's just like YOLO. Yes, we have 5 kids here this week. Oh my gosh, you guys, I hope you're having fun. All right, let's get an Eco Heart message. There it is for us. There, that was quick. For us today, of course, this is why. This was not, I love silver hair too. I love silver hair. I love silver hair too. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love that Lotus was not going to even compromise her standing on being the card that was going to come out through us today. Yes, I love it. So yeah, look at all that. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. If you only say 3 words today, let it be I love it. Go just until you can't even stop. That's the only thing you know how to say. I love it. Walk into the room. I love it. Walk in, see the mess. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so I love this card. Lotus, Enlightenment. Your heart will flower like the lotus as you move towards awareness. You are divine love. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. So Lotus is coming in saying, stay on your spiritual path. Stay on loving it. Love it. Love it. The world's going to shit. Love it. There's nothing to fear. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. What about the Lotus that we love so much? Let's just recap. Because how many times have we pulled a Lotus card in all our hangouts? Yes. Tell your brother there's nothing to fear. Still in emergency. Oh my goodness. We'll send him some green healing energy, some green healing love, but it's like, don't fall to fear, you guys. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. So what do we love about the Lotus? It dives into the darkness. This beautiful flower swims atop a murky, dirty pond. Yes. All right. Keep me posted on that, please. So the Lotus is a powerful spiritual symbol. We've pulled it so many times, right? It represents purity, divine beauty, resurrection, and enlightenment. So just the perfect pre-Easter flower to come in to just give us a little nudge in the right direction. Buddhists believe that Lord Buddha was born on a lotus leaf. The Egyptian sun god Ra, I know Kathy, perfect. Ra is said to have sprung from a blue lotus. In Hindu creation stories, and she jumped out. The word Om brought forth the golden lotus from chaotic waters. So yeah, this Deva swims in the murky pond, weaving in and out of the lotus plants. Her energy is a powerful guiding light. So continue to shine your light in your chaotic life, guiding others to do the same, guiding others to be joyful no matter what, guiding others to not fear, to choose love instead. And I'm not saying like we need to get people in love with dying. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that we need to stop fearing it, because as far as I know, we're all gonna do it, right? But that's what people are wrestling with so much right now on a grand collective. Everyone's just afraid to get sick and die. But if we could like maybe understand that we are eternal beings and death is not an ending but a beginning, we can sort of ease up on that and loosen the grip that fear has so tightly on us when it comes to death. So that is part of our spiritual journey. That is part of our enlightenment, and we're all working on that in our own way. You're right, exactly. How beautiful is it to go back home to source? So, I mean, yeah, I'm not suggesting people jump off of buildings by any means, but I'm saying live your life without worrying about that. Live your life without being governed by fear of sickness and death and being governed by the limitations of the body. Just enjoy the body while you have use of it, but don't be attached to it. Don't be attached. So the lotus, she's on top of the water, the dirty water. She lives on top of the water, but her true life is below the surface. It gathers nutrients from that dirty water. The whole world needs to hear this. The whole world needs to hear that all this craziness, we are getting our nutrition from. Like, we are learning so much right now in the face of contrast and in this pandemic, okay? Like, I don't even know. It's more of a, I don't know if it's actually really a pandemic, but it is something that we've created. We created the panic, that's absolutely. But we are learning so much. Like, our hearts are getting opened more than they would have been without it. So it's like, thank you, Rona. Thank you, Corona. Thank you, Rona, for bringing all this to the surface, for opening people's hearts, for making people realize how much that they actually do like people. They do like to leave their houses. They do like to mingle, right? There's a lot of things that it's doing that are good. Thank you, Rona, for getting everybody a staycation at home, for getting everyone to slow down, for giving everyone the opportunity of time to reflect. Not that everybody's making good use of that time. Some of us are just dicking around on Facebook. So anyways, the flower that presents on top of the pond hides the structures below the water. So it's like you see the lotus and you're like, oh, I wish I was living that life, right? But it doesn't show you what's going on below the water. The lotus is a temple, a pathway to enlightenment. The lotus opens doors to other realms. And it's like, on the surface, you see somebody in their lotus, they got lotus face. They are so beautiful. It seems like they just have everything perfectly lined up. But what you don't see is what they have gone through. What you don't see is the darkness that they continue to dive in to get their spiritual nutrients. I mean, that's what we do as light workers. We dive into that darkness, and sometimes it's scary, but as of this point in time, we've all come back, right? We all keep coming back. I was telling Asiel, last month when I was so freaked out, I never had gone into anxiety and despair and just darkness like that. Current darkness, just what's the point of any of this? And I thought to myself, wow. That's what I thought. But I didn't know if I was going to come out of it or come back from it. But I did. And what did I come back with? A whole lot more wisdom, a whole lot more empathy, compassion, understanding now how some people have gone like their whole life feeling like that. I only really had a week, like maybe 2 weeks, maybe a week. But yeah, it was interesting. So every time we choose and allow ourselves to go into our dark places, we will come back with the light. So far anyways. So far anyways. So yeah, take some time today to meditate on the lotus. Just sit with her beauty, breathe. Your past and your journey to becoming are buried deep beneath the surface, like the lotus in the pond. So appreciate your murky waters. Appreciate your dark emotional realm. It served you so much. Thank you. And, think about all the years you've practiced this. It has served you so much today. Your heart is pure. You are loved. Your heart will flower like the lotus as you move to awareness. Your trials lead you to liberation and enlightenment. So many thanks for the lotus. Know that you are divine love. Know this. There is nothing to fear in this lifetime. Nothing. Nothing to fear. You are spirit having a human experience. And this lotus is the passage to the truth. So yeah, let us all take some time today and meditate like Buddha on the lotus blossom to find our way to enlightenment. All right. I hope to see you on Facebook so we can laugh at all my selfies. They're good. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to make some more tea and somehow do a podcast now. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. So much love to you. Thank you, Asiel. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you for people watching the replay. I appreciate you watching my dumb videos. I've almost got my watch minutes back to the point where I might be able to make $1 on an ad. Not that I even care anymore. You're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys giving me the platform to entertain. Really. Don't wait for somebody else to entertain you. Make yourself laugh. Really. All right. So much love to you guys. See you later. I'll see you soon. Bye. See you on Facebook. I'm serious. You better.